Hello everybody. Recently I had the idea to go on a makeup company's website and basically anti-haul as much of that website as I possibly could. I'm going to start out with Morphe today because I always talk about Morphe and I always find myself criticizing Morphe even though I really have like a few products from them that I absolutely love and find myself continually using. There are some things from Morphe that I still don't like. Before we get into it, I do want to take the time to introduce myself. My name is Anya and I post makeup related videos here on YouTube every single week. Right now I'm working on posting like about 5 videos per week, but I like to talk about consumerism, I like to talk about new makeup releases, artistry, all the fun stuff. You can find a whole bunch of topics related to makeup on my YouTube channel. So if you are interested in seeing what I have to say, please check out my channel down below. I also have an Instagram onto which I post a whole bunch of colorful makeup looks. I love just being artistic and creative with my makeup. So you'll find a lot of makeup looks such as this one on my Instagram. And then I also post colorful makeup tutorials on my IGTV as well. So if you haven't already checked out my Instagram, please do so. I'll put it on the screen and it's always down below in the description box for your convenience. This is the Morphe screen right here. First off, we see Manny MUA's palette. I mentioned this in my Will I Buy that you probably would have seen before this, most likely, but I'm just not into this palette at all, and I talked about it more at length in that video, so I'll put it on the screen if you haven't already seen that video. Sorry, notifications. But yeah, this is not something I'm interested in. So let's actually go and look at the makeup. Okay, so yeah, let's look at the eye makeup first. Is there a way to like look at all the eye stuff? No, there is not. Okay, so let's start out with eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot to say about these. Okay, so first off, we have the Morphe and Manny MUA one. I already know that I am not interested in this because, number one, it's just so basic and it's so neutral and so boring, and also it's a face and eye palette, which I am notorious for not liking. I just don't like face and eye palettes. I feel like they're very limiting, both for the person that's using them and also for the person that might potentially be buying them because you only have a few colors you can use. But next, we have the Morphe 35L Live in Color palette. I think it's so similar to the Morphe and James Charles palette, it's just not worth it. So down below we have, speaking of Morphe and James Charles, we have the Morphe 39L Hit the Lights Artistry palette. This thing looks almost exactly like the Morphe and James Charles palette. So I'm not interested. It's like the same format, almost the same colors. So since I already have the Morphe and James Charles palette, which I do love, by the way, I'm not interested in getting this one. We also have the Lipstick Nick and Morphe 10-piece collection. This is basically a whole bunch of Lipstick Nicks, who is, I believe, she's the lead makeup artist for Morphe. Is that her role? I'm not positive, but she does a lot of work for Morphe. This is basically a whole bunch of her favorite products. This stuff, let's see what this has. She has the 3503 Fierce by Nature Artistry palette. Don't want that. It's literally like if you look, you have a whole bunch of warm tones and then you have like 2 pops of lime green. It's absolutely ridiculous. Jeffree Star lipstick, not interested in that. It's not Morphe. They also have like a whole bunch of their brushes and lip stuff in here. I'm just not interested in any kind of brushes from Morphe at the moment. I already have all the brushes that I want from them, and that's it. That's all I need. And I also have no interest in trying out their lip liners because I'll be honest, like if I was gonna get a lip liner that was similar to Morphe, I'd honestly just go for something from AOA Studios because I'm trying out a lip liner from them and it's pretty good in my opinion. It's like $1. So these look like the same as the AOA Studio ones. I don't know, I might be wrong. I don't know. The Morphe and James Charles the mini palette. When this came out, like I did like almost like a completely separate video, just anti-hauling a whole bunch of other products, and this palette was one of them. I'm just not interested in this palette because it's literally the same thing as the Morphe and James Charles palette, except it's tinier. Do I want it? No. This is sold out? I'm surprised. Okay, so we have 25A and 25C. These are both artistry palettes. I don't know what that means. Is it for makeup artists? If so, well, then everyone's buying them, not just makeup artists. But yeah, you have like a neutral throw up palette that I don't like. And then you also have a neutral palette with a few pops of plum. Okay, I would say if you're gonna get like one of these two, I'd get like the neutral palette with the pops of like plum and red, but it's now sold out. These are like super inexpensive. They're trying to get rid of those. They're trying to get rid of those so they can like release another version of like the same palette, but like in different format. I'm so funny. I mean, if I was gonna get like either one of these, I'd definitely get the one with the like the plum tones. But as it stands, I'm not interested in having like colors in a palette also combined with neutrals. You know what I mean? I just don't want that. Okay, 25D. Oh boy, are you kidding me? Oh boy, are you kidding me? This palette should be called 25 25A. Are you kidding me? Get it? Morphe, hire me. I will revamp your line. No, I won't, and I'm totally underqualified, but still. Okay. This is an entire palette filled with transition colors. I'm sorry. You can't make this up. And then we have the James Charles and Morphe Artistry palette. I already have that, so that's like pretty safe to anti-haul. And then you have the 3503 Fierce by Nature palette. I don't like this palette. I really don't like it. And then you have some other ones. Okay, I did not mean to click on that. No. Oh, let's talk about the Morphe foundations. Hold up. Let me drink my coffee so I can like get all pumped for this. That's hot. Okay. This is hilarious. This is the foundation that they have, and it's $18, and it comes in a little squeezy tube. Morphe. I think that you could have just put it in like a regular, like they could have just, I don't know, they could have just put this in a pump, because at this point, drugstore foundations that are half the price come with a pump. So Morphe, do better. That, my friends, is not quality, and if you're charging $18 for a foundation, you should be serving quality. Shade range is amazing, but I don't know. Okay, Jaclyn Hill was like, oh yeah, this is like the best foundation of all time. And I'm like, is it? Is it, Jaclyn? Okay, so they have a matte liquid lipstick. I'm not interested in that because, number one, this is $10 and I don't respect Morphe that much. And number two, like, I do not want to buy liquid lipsticks anymore. I mean, like, I was trying to like find a lip color for this video, and I was going through my drawers and I was like looking at all my matte liquid lipsticks, and I'm like, I don't want to wear them. Like, I don't want to wear them. Right now I'm interested in like a lipstick format, and like I'm interested in something that's like a little bit more, sorry, my lips are, I just like, it's like I applied this lipstick without even looking in the mirror, which is probably the case. But like, yeah, seriously, I like a creamy glossy finish. You know, I don't want something that's a matte liquid lipstick. And then this is also the Mega Matte lipstick. It's well priced, I do admit, but see, the thing is, I'm not interested in a matte lipstick, especially for Morphe. Like, I mean, I don't know, Morphe does not strike me as a brand that I want to be getting lip stuff from. It might have something to do with, okay, see, okay, there's like, I'm not sure if I have talked about this that recently, but when the Jaclyn Hill fiasco happened with her lipsticks, people were looking at like the lab address that was on her lipstick packaging, and they noticed that it was the same as the lab address that Morphe uses, you know, like, and I never had a Jaclyn Hill lipstick, but like I have my James Charles palette and I have my 39A palette, and I was looking at the back of those palettes and I could see that the address was the same as the address that they were saying that the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks were coming from, you know, and I could see pictures and it was the same. So my thing is that if there were so many quality issues with Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks, I don't want to be getting other cream products that are potentially from that same lab, if that makes any sense. It just does not make me feel good. Oh, I've never seen this. Huh. All the Morphe code people must have forgotten to mention this to me, but they have these liquid luster mini highlighter drops. And I believe, is this like a set? It looks like a set. it's reasonable and it's reasonably priced. But then at the same time, I already have a lot of highlighters. So this is of no interest to me. If it was like, I feel like I'd be a lot more tempted if they had like these divided into individual bottles, that you could buy separately, because I really like that pinkish kind of highlighter. And then you have the Glamour Bronze Face and Body Bronzer. I already have bronzers that I love and use, so this is going to be a pass. And then they have the Glamour Bronze Deluxe Face and Body, I'm assuming, brush. Okay, my thing is, like, I don't know, this... Oh my goodness, this is a $24 brush. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is a $24 brush from Morphe. No. Yeah, let's talk about their foundation brushes because I really want to talk about this. Okay, so I remember everybody was going head over heels crazy over the M439 brush. I can't remember the last time I used mine. I bought it because Jaclyn Hill was like, this is the most amazing brush ever. And I'm like, now I don't use that thing and it sheds like crazy. And yeah, like, I mean, see, like, Morphe's way of doing, like, foundation is so different from what I prefer. I mean, some of these other brushes look interesting, but do I want to get another Morphe foundation brush? No, I just don't. Let's anti-haul their bestsellers. Okay, like I said, the Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. Oh boy, okay, this is a really pretty palette. I was talking to one of my classmates at college, and she had this most beautiful eye makeup on, and she was like, this is the Jeffree Star and Morphe palette, and I was like, wow, your eye makeup looks amazing. So yeah, it's a good palette, but like, do I want it in my collection? No, because number one, the packaging makes me want to like rethink everything. That was an exaggeration, but like the packaging does not look like it's worth $35. You know what I mean? And then the Morphe and Jeffree Star set and prime spray. I think that's what it's called. For $18? No. No. I already have like the regularly packaged spray from Morphe, the one that they have like in the black can, and I haven't even finished that yet. Okay, so you have the James Charles brush set. It's for $149. James Charles uses in fact, a whole bunch of people that love Morphe use a suspiciously large amount of brushes. They just do, and for some reason, all of those brushes just happen to be Morphe brushes. This is hot! Okay, that's seriously hot. Okay, I'm crying. How is this mini palette on the bestseller list? Okay, the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush collection. I get why it's on the bestseller list. It's sold out. Great for Jaclyn Hill. This disgusting little palette, the 3503 Fierce by Nature. Fierce? This palette is not fierce. It's an insult to lime green because they only gave lime green 2 spaces in here. I get why this palette right here, the 35G Bronze Gold palette, I get why it's on the bestseller list because it's bronzy and it's like a nice-ish neutral palette. But do I want it? No, it's neutral, so naturally no. And I don't like the 35V Stunning Vibes palette. I mean, there's just so much going on here. And I don't know, the color story is not inspiring for me, okay? Oh yeah, the 39S palette, such a gem. If it was smaller, I'll be more inclined to actually get it. And if it was another brand that was not Morphe, I'd be more inclined to actually get it. The only reason I'm saying that is because I have so many Morphe palettes already that I don't want to be getting another gigantic Morphe palette when I could be spending that money elsewhere. Plus, this is $35. That's like a bit much for a Morphe palette for me. And then a whole bunch of brushes that I don't want. And then they're still selling the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palettes, like the Vault collection. That, I can't believe that they're still selling it. I can't believe that people are still buying those. Because people are. I mean, I went into Ulta the other day, and I walked by the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill display, and a whole bunch of the palettes were gone. So, like, they sell them. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today from the Morphe website. There's obviously a lot on here, and I've already been talking for about 21 minutes, so I feel like there's a lot of stuff for me to edit. So I'm gonna stop it here. Um, I just, I mean, see, the thing is, I don't like hate Morphe as a brand because obviously I use them. At the same time, they have some things that I feel like are undeservedly pushed into the spotlight, and so much of the hype around Morphe is manufactured. So that's why I feel like doing this video I think is a good thing because it allows us to look a little bit more subjectively at a brand that is so very hyped up. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.